let's get started with project 1. First, I'm going to take the Flaxen striped paper from the Florence paper packet as my base page, and then I'm going to take my cut pieces from the rest of the Florence paper packet and adhere them to the page. Okay, next I'm going to take the unique piece from the PML page of the Florence paper packet, and I'm going to tuck that underneath the blue piece that will act as a border to my picture, and then the unique piece will be my title to my page. Now I'm putting my photos on the page, and I'm tearing this zip strip to give it a little bit of texture, and adhering that as well. And then I'm using the rose gold foil tape to act as a little embellishment on my page. And now I'm going to embellish with the Florence Complements stickers. I'm going to use the sequins from the Florence pack to also embellish. And I use the piercing tool to take the sequins off of the sheet and to place them exactly where I want them on the page. Okay, and that's it for the first page. Go ahead and move on to the second page. So I'm going to use that same striped flaxen paper from the paper packet, and then again use the pieces that I previously cut out to adhere to my page. And it's really useful to use the desk pad to know where exactly on the page you're going to be placing and to measure. Okay, now I'm trimming down the zip strip to the size that I want it, and I'm going to adhere that as well. Okay, so you can see that I just dovetailed those two pieces of zip strips to add a little bit of color to my page. And then I also trimmed the zip strip from the other page to add a little bit of embellishment as well. And then now I'm adhering the photos. And then using the sticker complements to embellish my page again. And now I'm just putting the Florence sequins wherever I want on my page. And that's it for the second page. Okay, now we're going to move on to project 2. Okay, now I'm using the flaxen patterned paper as my base paper, and again, adhering the pieces that I previously cut to my page. I'm using the zip strips to border, as well as the rose gold foil tape to border the top end of my blue piece of paper. So now I'm placing my photos as outlined in the instruction guide, and I'm using the desk pad to measure where I want to put the photos. And now I'm using the complements again to embellish my page. And I'm tucking under that little piece of that zip strip underneath the photo, as well as that complement right there. So I'm just placing more complements and more stickers just as I seen in the pattern. And for my title, I'm using the genuine sticker from the complements, starting with the E in genuine, just so that I make sure I don't go over too far to the right of my page. And I use the piercing tool for those little tiny pieces to make sure that I get them exactly where I want them on my page. And you don't have to use the piercing tool, that's just what I prefer. You can use the tweezers or whatever tool works best for you. Okay, now to finish off my page, I'm just going to add the sequins wherever I want them. And that's it for my first page. Next, I'm going to move on to my second page, and again, I'm going to use the desk pad to measure where I want to put the pieces of paper that were previously cut. And I'll use the zip strip again as a border, and then the gold foil tape as a border as well. Again, I'm going to adhere the photos. Okay, now I'm going to use the ruler to draw some journaling lines. And I'm lining up the ruler. I like that the ruler is see-through because you can see exactly where you drew your previous line to make sure that the lines are straight. Okay, now I'm going to use the complements to embellish my page. Okay, and then to finish off my page again, I'm going to use the sequins. Okay, and that's it for my second page. So here's the whole layout together. Okay, now let's move on to the third layout. I'm using a white daisy cardstock piece as my base page for this layout. Okay, so I'm going to use my desk pad to measure out where I'm going to put the Florence pieces of paper as seen in the instructions. So I'm just going to adhere those down. I'm using the Florence pieces of paper that I just put down to act as a border for my photos that I'm adhering. I'm placing that elephant first so I know how far down to draw my journaling lines. And you can draw them as close together or as far apart as you want. You also don't have to draw journaling lines. That's just what I wanted to do in this layout. You're free to just freehand however you want. So now I'm going to continue to add some embellishments using the Florence Complements. Okay, and I'm also going to use the Complement stickers to embellish my page, and then also as my title I'm going to use the Brilliant stickers. And I lined up the B with the edge of that photo to kind of act as a guide, and then also the border of my page to make sure that all of my letters were straight. Okay, so now I'm going to finish off my page using more of the stickers from the Complements and the sequins. Okay, that's it for page 1. So moving on to page number 2, I'm going to use the desk pad again to measure where exactly I want to place the background pieces. Okay, and I'm going to use that red background piece as a border for my photos. Now I'm going to use more of the complements to embellish my page as well as the stickers. Okay, and that's it for the second page. And here's my whole layout together.